Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News update. Our top stories this Monday: a violent holiday weekend on the North Shore. 3 people were killed in 2 different shootings less than a mile apart. One man was shot inside his car near Lincoln and Union Streets Saturday night. 24 hours before that, 2 men were shot and killed at a college send-off party on Essex Street. We're told both investigations are in the early stages. Police are still looking for suspects. Boston University police are warning students to lock up after a string of burglaries over the weekend. A total of 3 took place on Bay State Road Saturday between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m. University police believe the suspect, who has not been identified, may be targeting ground floor residences. Officials are investigating whether these incidents are connected. And 4 Boston city councilors have asked that a state of emergency be declared in the area known as Mass and Cass. Council President Ed Flynn, along with councilors Michael Flaherty, Aaron Murphy, and Frank Baker, all signed this letter. They say that a state of emergency would give the city more flexibility in order to respond to the ongoing crisis there. Well, let's get a check of the forecast for a week that's about to get very hot with meteorologist Jacob Wycoff.
Definitely a summer feel outside. Labor Day, traditionally the end of summer, unofficially of course, but boy, we have a forecast that potentially is the warmest stretch we have seen all year arriving as we head into the first week of September. Early this week, we're talking about feels like temperatures that are between 90 and 95 degrees inland. Cooler right along the coastline. That's where you may want to go to seek a little bit of relief from some of the heat and humidity. And then towards the end of the week, it's looking a bit drier as we head towards Friday. We are tracking the chance for a few showers, though, as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. We'll have much more on that in the 7-day forecast. But right now, high pressure to our south, funneling in some of that really warm, really muggy air. It's going to get more humid and hotter over the next couple of days. Right now for Boston, we're sitting in the upper 70s. Our dew point is in the upper 60s. You see the blue skies over us, but there is a bit of sort of haze in the air. That's going to be your increased humidity that is around. We're in the low 80s in Worcester and Fitchburg, low 80s in Providence, 82 in Norwood and Plymouth, and 80 degrees in Bedford and Lawrence. We're on our way to what will be a pretty warm day. We're talking afternoon highs inland into the middle to upper 80s, feeling about 90 degrees as you head into the overnight. We're back into the middle 60s. Patchy fog will develop in some spots, so we'll be watching that closely to see how that plays out. And then we're back into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Once again, this is inland. Outside of 128 is where we would expect to see some of the warmest temperatures. But when you factor in the humidity, this is where it feels 90 to 95 degrees. Wouldn't surprise me if heat advisories are issued in advance of some of this pretty warm temperatures. Cooler right at the coastline. As I mentioned, if you're potentially going to the Cape or Islands over the next couple of days, you've picked a pretty nice stretch of days to do so. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all in the upper 70s and low 80s with some really, really good sunshine. And the water's still relatively warm in the low 70s. Now, what we're watching for, there's the remnants of a dahlia throwing those clouds in our direction. We don't really have any rain in the forecast until we get to sort of the Friday, Saturday, Sunday timeframe. There's Friday afternoon. Notice a few showers around. As we get towards Saturday, I think a better chance that we see rain, and that's going to last right on into Sunday too. We also have a pretty busy map on the tropics. We have Tropical Storm Gert. We have Tropical Depression Katia. And we have this storm that is expected to strengthen over the next really 72 hours or so into a tropical storm. We'll be watching that closely to see how that plays out, but it's that time of year that we have to watch these waves coming off of Africa that could threaten the eastern seaboard. A lot of sunshine in the forecast over the next few days, very summer-like conditions. There's our rain chances as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you. I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.